What is going on, everybody? Check it out. So we are live and direct. It is Music in Mayhem. This might be a little bit different than you because it is me live. Let me tell you, Manny is actually snowed in. He is stranded. He has a snow camel bringing him in his groceries, right? I don't know what the agreement is, but I am able to go ahead and hack the broadcast and go ahead and get the comms on him. So we are going to bring him on in 1 second. Can I bring in the other host of Music and Mayhem? I bring you my man, Manny. Let's go. Da, 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 da.
What's happening, my brother? Hey, I
Hey.
appreciate you looking out for me. As only I knew my brother would. And you know what? Things are a little different, but you know what? It's music and mayhem, brother.
It's Music and Mayhem. And one thing I know is you can't trust the snow camels. I mean, I don't even speak camel. I appreciate what he's doing for you, but if he can't get the signal back up, I had to go above and beyond.
Yeah. I mean, Sunday turned into Monday, turned into here, and here I sit, me and my man.
Yeah, let's go.
And a little bit of shout out to my man AJ Galante
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
and the Danbury Trashers back in the day with AJ.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to AJ, man. And shout out to
AJ.
everybody over there doing what they're doing. One thing I do want to bring up, if you guys do not know, we got OG in the back, the green room. She was causing a ruckus, right?
Oh, huh.
She was on the snow camel side. So what we had to do is we said you can't sit in the same room as the elite. So let's bring in OG and see what she has to say.
Look at
OG!
baby. Look at you guys. Yeah, huh?
Uh-huh.
The band's back
In a
together.
green room. I am way
Hey,
off about 20 feet from the no, about 20 feet from the studio. So I'm just here hanging out.
so if you guys want to know what the real reason is,
Yeah.
so what happened was is Susie literally chewed through every single wire in the house. She was going crazy. So this is our setup from now moving on to eternity. Look at that. That's her purple headphones she usually uses for the show. She said
hmm
that's a no-go, so she cut it off.
Headsets all
On
to
that,
the
look at that. It's only connected one side. Look
Yeah,
at this.
I only got one wire on the one side of my headsets now. Look at that. Only one side. It's crazy. I don't know how that.
If she ships, she fits. I got a boot camp for that, bub.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Ooh.
If you want to ship her to me, I will get her
I
off
gotta
all of her
find a
vices.
box. I gotta find a box big enough for her because she got that COVID weight going on.
She got that. Ew, she got her COVID weight.
Big
She
girl.
got.
Big girl.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Shout out to OMF Block popping on, Crystal Rice. I appreciate you guys so much. I am grateful for you guys. OG, you have anything to say before we take you off? Do you want to stay on? What is your preference?
No, you can take me up because I need to get something to write so I can take notes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so we're gonna
yeah.
keep it on then.
She got a little something going on.
Pardon? Oh,
Oh, is that
Oh,
why you can't be in the room?
I'm telling.
I think kicked me out.
You got something going.
OG, OG. Hey, don't you be embarrassed, girl. We all fluff. Don't you be embarrassed. All right.
Embarrass me.
I'm gonna pop you off. I'm gonna pop you off. Remember, just keep eyes in the sky. All right.
I'm gonna start writing notes.
Bye bye.
Man, the
What up,
trouble,
Manny?
trouble. How you doing, my brother? Thank you for taking over this stuff, man. While the little internet trolls and ghouls and goblins are taking care of my studio here.
Absolutely, absolutely. No worries, man. And if you guys don't know, the real reason is not Susie chewing on stuff. It's not the snow camel. I made him up, believe it or not. I know, I know. But here's the thing: is his there's snowing over there in Detroit. Can you believe that? It is snowing in Detroit, and he has lost power. Him and 19 of his best buddies have lost power in the area, and Verizon said no, thank you.
But actually, it's AT&T,
AT&T.
and we're good. The only thing we lost, I mean, I got my lights and all that stuff, but the only thing that went out was just the Wi-Fi, man. I was doing a show Sunday, and we were probably 45 minutes into it, and all of a sudden, blank, everything goes, internet gone, TV gone, and it's been gone since Sunday about 7 o'clock,
Ugh.
and yeah, so I went and switched it. They got that air internet now where they're going right off the towers instead of the modem here, the plug-in. So it's supposed to be here tomorrow, and well, it's supposed to be a lot faster, better. So, but then again, I'm going.
Oh man, he's going black. That's the internet he's talking about.
You're cutting out, buddy.
Hey, did you cut? Did I cut out? Did I cut out?
Yeah, it froze up for a second.
I saw you cut out.
Yeah.
Okay, it could just be me. Maybe it's getting me too. So, hey, I'm glad you were at least able to join us. I think it is a coincidence, though, that the Detroit Lions got knocked out, and there goes your internet. Is the city losing its mind?
I tell you, the one thing, I mean, it was a terrible game. I mean, they played terrible. There's no sugarcoating it. They played like shit. But I tell you what, man, it's just hearing the amount of freaking hate that these guys are. We're talking Detroiters. They're calling in and they're like, Detroit with freaking failures. They wasted the season. I mean, just come down on our boys. And I'm like, you know what?
Your guys' best season, though, right?
It was 15 games they won. Yes, the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl. We all get it. But these callers, they had a guy calling in. He goes, I threw away all my Lions gear. That's threw this with. He goes, they trashed, they ruined this. I'm like, we were 0-16 a few years ago. 0-16.
I know.
We come back and you know what?
9 and then 12 and something.
And come back to this. So it's only there's haters everywhere. We all know that. But for all the bullshit people that were calling in hating on the Lions, we got it. Oh, but in other words, we got to get rid of Campbell. We got to get rid of Golf. You name it. But
you know what I've seen is crazy. Have you seen that story about Jaden Daniels? Have you seen that since college, which I guess other athletes are, they've been training in VR, virtual reality, so they take a bunch of mental reps. And what they do is they train at 1.75 speed. So his negotiation was whatever team drafted him would have to allow him to continue to do his VR training. And so he puts in mental reps every day for multiple hours at 1.75 speed. So when he's on the field, everything is slowed down.
I tell you, man.
Slower. And that's why Rookie of the Year, 1 game away from the Super Bowl as a rookie.
I mean, that guy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
Say what you want, man. Bottom line. Lions played their worst game besides the other one against Buffalo. They played their worst game at the worst time, and they lost. The kid, I mean, you just said it. This rookie, I mean, all you heard is he's going to choke in the big game under all that pressure. He's something special. He came in. He stood his ground. Again, our defense was beat to shit. 17 out.
He arguably beat the best team in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, and the thing is, we came back and, through all these injuries, and you never want to use any excuse. Other teams have injuries. No team was close to the amount of starters on defense or offense all at once. But again, not an excuse. Bottom line, they played terrible. But for these fans, supposed fans, for these wannabes or fair weather fans who are doing this shit, how the Lions are terrible and they suck. Whatever, I love them. They're my guys, and I'll always be a fan.
That's crazy, man. And you got to think how far you guys have come. And I told Kayla, if you guys, I talked about it last year, if you guys made it to the Super Bowl, I was probably gonna fly out because I would assume Eminem would do some type of celebration with Detroit.
Oh, it.
Parade, like the parade. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a performance, because you see all types of artists doing it. Eminem's always involved in one of the boxes. And you know what I'm saying? So if you guys would have went to the Super Bowl, I probably would have booked some flights out to Detroit just to be safe.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's just something that we had. I know the Super Bowl is in New Orleans. I wouldn't go to be at the Super Bowl. I can't afford it anyways. But I would have loved to have been able to celebrate with the city and possibly catch another Eminem concert, right?
Oh, I'm telling you, man, that would have been. All of them would have been there. Eminem, Kid Rock, Seeger, Ted New, every
on float with them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, man. But you know what? I tell you, you hate to hear next year. We'll do it next year. There's always next year. But you know what? Hey, I enjoyed the hell out of watching our boys. I enjoyed the effort, the joy that was in that stadium for 15 of the most they had the most road game wins. But yeah, man, it was a good time. So
That's
with
what makes the NFL so brutal, man. And Kayla hates like so. We don't really follow the NFL. I catch some things. I help my dad run his fantasy team, so I know a little bit of players. I football used to be my favorite sport. Football used to be my favorite sport. I played it in school until had a little back injury in ninth grade, and then started getting in trouble, right? And then I was like, well, whatever. And then from there, everything went downhill because I started hanging out with the wrong people. You get into high school, start hanging out with the older kids. They got new fun time activities, right? And so that was that. But I used to love football, all the Madden games, everything like that. I used to know of a lot of the players, not know the players, know of.
Mhm.
And but I haven't really followed football for like 15 years, 10 years. And it's funny though because I start to know a little bit of the players because my dad has his fantasy league. He's not good with technology, so I'll send him screenshots. Here's what we got. Like, who do you want? Who do you want to
That's
start?
cool,
Because he
man.
listens to the radio. He watches the sports. I personally enjoy it because it's a reason for me and my dad to bug each other, and it's a
Yep.
reason for us to bond. I think about that because when football is over, our phone calls maybe go once every 2 weeks versus like every other day, multiple texts a day. So as much sometimes as it gets annoying, my dad's always wanting something with his team. Sometimes it gets annoying. I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't got time. Okay, let me see if I can find the password to log in. And sometimes I get a little irritated, but I remember that it's very special to me because that's my time that I get a chance to bond with my dad, and it makes a difference, right?
Oh, it does, man. I tell you
I,
because you just said it too.
yeah,
I lost my dad, and I wish he was here. But I get to spend that time with my mom. Thank
yeah,
God she's still here, and she loves the Lions. She loves the Tigers. So when they're on, and like for the Tiger games, I'll go over there on the weekend when they're playing. We'll order pizza and
mm,
sit there. But yeah, she's funny, man. I tell you, she'll sit there with those lions, and it's my mind. They'll especially if we're on defense, man. They're a quarterback. Quarterback starts to scramble, and if he gets past the first tier, man, all you hear is, "Oh my God!" She's like, "Really, really, really, really." And, oh my God! It's just like she gets so.
that
But you
was
know what, though?
cute.
You are
That's
so
good.
right, though, about those phone calls because, like I always say to people, man, about tell the ones you love how much you love because you
Yeah,
don't know how long we're going to have them. There's times when my mind, every now and then, it'll be like the texting or back and forth.
yeah.
And the same thing, you'll get that little bit of, but I tell you what, just like you, I take that quick step back and it's like, I appreciate every text, every phone call because someday those aren't going to happen, man. But
And that's what I think about, man. I think about that, as sometimes, like I said, not always. There's sometimes because I I don't really care for phone calls, and my dad calls at the worst time. Well, I guess every time's the worst time because I'm always doing something, right? But he'll want to call, and bless my heart if my dad's watching. He watches on YouTube sometimes. So bless my heart if he's watching. He just called at the beginning of this, and I told him I just went live. Okay.
well,
But
hey, hi to Skylar's dad. What's his name?
hey, hi to Skylar's dad. His name's Troy.
Troy.
And
How you doing, Troy? Hey, Troy, you have one incredible son. I'm telling you, man.
that's my pops, man. I get a
Yeah,
lot from him.
that's
And
my
it's
brother.
crazy because he'll call sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. All right, let me deal with this. And the thing is, I know because he likes to talk. He likes to talk. So if he gets on the phone, it's 30 minutes to an hour if I don't cut him off. And I'm just like, yo, I'm about to watch this movie or do something real quick. I don't want to pause the movie for an hour to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, chill out, bro. Like, and I'll text him, I'm like, because I'll be busy. I am busy. And I text him, like, hey, busy, like, what's up? And he's like, call me. And I'm like, I hear you, Pops. Just tell me what you want done. Fantasy or what? You know what I'm saying? But I missed it and I cherish those times because when football season's over, sometimes I go a week and a half, 2 weeks without talking to him and I'm just like, man, I wish we talked sometimes more.
Yep.
Even though I'm so busy, like I think about that. I think about when our loved ones are gone. My grandpa's getting older. One of my grandpas passed like a year ago from a stroke. My other grandpa is dealing with some health issues right now. So I think about it because that's my dad's dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually my dad is going to be at that age and I'm going to be at my dad's age. And so I think about all these cherishing moments because at the end of the day, all the silly shit that, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I got to work, I got to make the music, I got to do this, I got to do that. But I think about like the silly shit at the end of the day. You think when he's gone, you think I'm going to care about if I watch that damn movie that I don't even remember the name of it or what it's about?
I'm
Or
telling you, man.
am I going to wish that I could pause the movie again for another hour?
Yep, yep. I tell you, that's how I am every day. That's one thing that I very that means a lot to me is with my mom. We text. My mom is just she's very religious.
Mm-hmm.
Her faith is everything, and she has her morning prayers and her evening prayers. And just like me, man, when I get up in the morning, I got a list of prayers every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Every night before I hit the bed, man, I say my, and then throughout the day, every now and then. But my mom will actually has prayer books, and my phone. I'll be sitting there in the morning, and I'll get sometimes two or three. You know, it'll be prayers
Yeah.
that she reads and she'll put down. Sometimes I'll get 10, 12, I mean, just prayers. And then we just text throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, or first thing in the morning after the gym or breakfast, just a quick call. And then
Yeah.
sometimes at night after I'm done doing the show, same thing, man. And I tell you, it only takes a minute, but those minutes will be precious moments that
Very true.
eventually it will be all we have. So,
It will be all we have, and that's
man,
important to cherish them. You know.
yeah, man. Hey, I saw that you got an awesome picture, man, with both your girls. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I love it, man. I tell you, all and plus our family, man, everyone here and with yours, or we do recover, and all your fans, and Skylar Ray and Kayla, and all of ours, and my fight, and all of our music and mayhem.
Yeah.
They've been posting some awesome stuff, man. So thank you guys so much for your input. And our man Tyler, I don't know if you saw last night, Skylar. I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I pop up and I see my name that I was tagged in something. And I look, and there's Tyler with Kalisha on her on a podcast. Tyler was giving his story. Tyler did a great job with Kalisha and Calico. So great job, Tyler. Proud of you, brother.
Oh, that's dope. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Tyler, man.
Oh, and I got the nicest compliment from Tyler, and
Yeah.
then Kalisha was kind enough. Tyler, she was asking Tyler how he went from his addiction and all that, which was kind of beating him down. And she goes, now she goes, you're like a badass warrior fighting in MMA, and you're doing all this. And he was nice enough. He gave me a shout out. He goes,
Hey,
well, I don't know. He goes, I don't feel, know this dude. He goes, Manny Vitale. And she goes, yeah, Manny Vitale is a friend of the show from My Fight Our War, the Wolf Pack. She
yeah.
goes, yeah. She goes, we love watching him. He goes, and then she goes, I mean, real nice compliments, right?
Yeah.
She follows it up with, yeah, you know, he's like the grandpa. She goes, no, no, no. She goes, I mean, like with the knowledge and his intensity and stuff like that. She goes, and then she tried to dig out of that hole by saying, yo, no, man, he's a good looking dude and all. So, oh, grandpa, huh?
Sometimes it's hard to back up when you got your foot in your mouth.
Yeah, so you know, I figured it was out there. I might as well just. So now I'm Grandpa Manny,
Grandpa Manny. Okay,
Grandpa Manny.
Grandpa
So,
LB.
but Tyler, I tell you, Tyler, great job, brother, great job.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Tyler, on your fight. Congratulations on what you are doing. Tyler told me some cool things about somebody he has taken under his wing recently when it comes to training, right? And
Oh,
it's really
cool.
cool. I commend you, man. I commend you on what you are doing. Absolutely. Bravo. Shout outs. Kudos, right? You're doing your thing, man. You truly are. Um, that's the beautiful thing about this is that we have our family lifts us up, and when I say family, I mean you guys that are watching right now.
Yeah.
uh, you guys constantly lift us up. You constantly show us that we are believed in, that we have a team. I see Lori right here. Lori said hey.
Oh, actually, Lori, she's another one who talks about you all the time, man. And not only that, but she said, watching our show, she said a lot of we got a lot of fans and people in Alabama that are speaking about us. So that's great. Thank you, Lori. And then we got some other people too who've been reaching out, and we're like just like behind me, My Fight Our War. We do Recover. Ride with Me to Addiction Support with Lori and all these other
That's a lot.
families.
We got to.
We're all one family, but we're like through marriage. It's like my cousin through marriage. We're all one big family, and but we'll
Yes.
be going. Are you? I can't remember, man. I know we're doing a lot of stuff together. Are you coming to Alabama in June?
I'm not sure if I am. I don't think it's going to work out this year, but I have talked with Lori about possibly coming next year and
Oh,
performing,
okay, okay.
and doing something like that. Um, I know we might have just got something booked in New York. We got Connecticut. I think we're locking in something I should know shortly with me and Kalichi in Athens, Georgia. I should be hearing back any day about a few Texas gigs. And then we have a lot of our other ones we do like in Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon, things like that. Um, Usually I don't book tour until like late February, but it's crazy because some of these people that we are doing shows with will be our fourth year in a row booking with him, and it's crazy because this year will be our 100th stop. We will hit our 100th stop on tour
Man,
around the country.
that's
So
awesome,
not only
man.
does that show longevity, it shows, thank you, man. It shows us being consistent, but it also shows that we are able to put on a show and a message that people want, right? Because that means that means we have booked on this tour alone, not other tours, but on the Road to Recovery tour alone, which me and Kayla started. We do everything ourselves. That means we officially been booked 100 times around the country, and
That's
that's a milestone, bro.
that's
It's a milestone
huge.
that we started our own tour, and it's recovery related, and we have been in coming up. I think we're 85 or 86. I think it's 86 stops so far, but when this year's done, we could say we officially been in over 100 recovery centers around the country performing.
Where is where's your 100th gonna be?
I don't know yet. I
You
don't
don't
know
have.
because we're still booking.
Okay.
I still have gigs rolling in right now. It's shows that we have done in the past, reaching out to book me because they know it's coming. Also on top of that, there's a few new gigs coming in from different states that are on the East Coast from word of mouth. People hearing about what we're doing, they're trying to get us booked before we get booked up. But once that's done, a few of those probably in the next, probably at the beginning of February, I'll probably start making calls to different states and start booking some gigs. So I don't know yet because like something could be the 100th stop right now, and then in 2 weeks somebody could book a date before that. That
Before
that
that,
might be
yeah.
the 100th
What?
stop.
But man, I
Uh,
tell you what, man. If you can, I mean, uh, as soon as you book that 100th, man, let me know because I would love for us to be able to,
it's
be
gonna
able
be
to fly out, and I'd love to be able to be there with you for your
yeah.
100th, wherever it's at.
Thank you,
So
man.
let's try to
We'll
work
figure
that
it out.
out.
Who knows? Who knows? It might be in Connecticut for all we know.
Yeah, man, because we got that coming up in August, right? No, yeah, August.
Yep, and I think
We're
I think we might try to do. So I think it's Saratoga. Let me look up the state. So it's in New York. Working with a few of their connections. It will, and which I think we might hit that while we're out in Connecticut. So Saratoga Springs, which is upstate New York, it's about 2.5 hours away. I'm not sure what it looks like or when. I think they're trying to get us while we're out in Connecticut. So if we do head up that way, me and Kayla will have a car, so you might be able to just roll with us
yeah.
and catch us speaking and performing at that one as well. Like I said, I don't know. I know you're coming in on the 26th. I know I'll probably fly into Connecticut on the 24th. I know we fly back out to Portland on the 31st. The show is on the 30th.
You're
New York.
flying. Are you? You're coming back with us to Detroit to do back
I
to
don't know if
Oregon
we're going to be on the same exact flight. I'm going to try to line that up with Coach.
because
But yeah, we're flying back the same day.
and then
Or
we got yeah, because then it's at when's the event that we're doing in Oregon? Is that the first? Or is
the
that the?
first, the
Oh,
first
okay.
Labor Day, September 1st.
That's with Sunshine.
That's with Sunshine. So hands across the
Well, you know what? Bringing that up, what I got your message.
yeah.
I almost screwed up too and made that announcement about what you sent, but I was like, that's your gig, man. Why don't let everyone know what's going on as far as you with Hands Across the Bridge.
Yeah, I got you. So absolutely. So what's going on with Hands Across the Bridge? If you guys are not familiar with that, what it is so everybody from Washington, everybody from Oregon, what they do is, and they do it in other states, right? But people, that thousands and thousands of people that are in recovery, they hold hands from across the bridge and connect state to state. So people will start forming up on the Oregon side, and then people will start forming up on the Washington side, and then everybody holds hands, and then eventually there will be a connector in the middle. And what it is to let you know that you are not alone, right?
Mhm.
And so it's a celebration for recovery. It's the same thing as in, like, you got to be the voice for the people that don't have a voice.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Froze up.
Side has hands across the bridge.
Man,
There I am. OG, will you wave your hand if you could still hear me? We
uh,
lost.
you
Okay, there you
froze
are.
up.
Could you hear me the whole time?
You froze
Okay,
up,
I
man.
thought so because you froze up.
Yeah, we both.
Okay, fair enough. We're affected. We're affected. We are the affected. So check it out. So what we got though is Hands Across the Bridge. So they do a celebration on the Portland side. They do a celebration on the Vancouver side. Um, I've only celebrated with the Vancouver side, and that's been for like the last 3 or 4 years. Because what they started doing is a music portion on the other side. It's called Hands Fest, but it's still part of the Hands Across the Bridge. And me and Kayla has had the beautiful opportunity to headline it every year. And so you will see us performing. We will be ending the night. You'll see all types of vendors. You'll see me and Kayla with our We to Recover gear. We will have our table. We'll be setting up shop. It gets crazy at Hands Across the Bridge. For the last few years, I am telling you, like, it gets so insane. Yet last year we were more prepared for it, but the year before, and what I mean by insane is at our merch table. So not last year we were prepared a lot better, but the year before it was so crazy. We never even really got a chance to set up till like a couple hours after selling. There was a nonstop line for hours at our table. I'm talking 20, 30 people deep, people coming in doing this. Somebody buys something next. They're like the line just stayed lengthy. People running up, people doing this. We were literally had boxes on the floor, didn't even get our table set up. People digging through boxes, getting, oh, I want this, I want this. We're like, all right, slide it, next person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so out of control for hours. We absolutely uh, love Hands Across the Bridge. It's a fun time to celebrate recovery. They treat us well, they love us, and we kick it off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we are officially headlining again for our third or fourth year. It might be our third year headlining.
That's
Uh,
awesome. Well, just so
yeah,
you know, man, we're setting up our table next to your table.
whatever, dude. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to Sunshine. I will talk to my people. So normally what it is normally we can't set up till 12 because you're not supposed to sell beforehand. So you're not supposed to sell beforehand because everybody's more like information, resource fair, things like that. And then once the 12 o'clock hits, then it officially becomes Hands Fest and it
Gotcha.
operates a little under a different dictator ruler. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny, man. It's funny. You just said, you're gonna, talk to your people and have them, work it out and all that. Hold on
Yeah.
a second. I'm going to talk to my people too. Hey, OG, take care of that, will you?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Oh yeah. There's people right there. Don't make me get pound cake on the line.
I'm telling you, man.
Sleeping, I will wake her ass up.
No, man, I tell you, that was funny, man. You talk to my people. I'm like, oh yeah, watch this.
She
Oh,
sleeps, man.
man, I got my eyes. Where is Susie?
Susie's busy chewing up your cords and your lines of communication.
Yeah,
She ain't
I only
worried about
got one line here on my headset, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. One line. She's got her own. She's got her own earbuds. She got her purple little earbuds that she chews on. And then, of course, when
it.
OG had to leave the room.
OG, leave the room. All right, I got you. We can hear her all the way from the other room. Hey, you got to mute your mic when you're doing that, OG. You got to behave yourself. See, the whole crowd is clapping now. Hey, bro, I'm excited. I'm excited. So, if you guys do not know, me and Manny, well, we got a private retreat coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got a private retreat coming up. But then on top of that, we will be getting together in Connecticut. We'll see the way the cookie crumbles. Maybe we roll up to upstate New York together. On top of that, and that would be a day thing. That would be a day thing. So we would drive up during the day, then come back, and I'd be back at my hotel at night. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be.
That's how that one would roll.
Then we're gonna.
You just never know. You never know.
Yeah. Then while we're there, man, with this, we got the studio. We're gonna have you come in and do another my fight, one, and then since we have the studio for I don't know how many days. I already reached out to Matt and told him that we'll do a couple episodes of my Music and Mayhem. And if you got time, man, you and Kayla with that upstairs with that cell, if you can work,
we
figure out.
Gotta do. We're gonna do something, man, Manny.
With that cell, you think you got something in mind?
We got the we're gonna do it. That's for sure.
Cool, that'd be awesome. Froze.
Back twice if you're in danger, Manny. Blink twice. Oh. You see that? He's in danger. He's in danger. Let's check it out. So we got some questions coming in. I'm so sorry, Tyler. I've seen this. Tyler, he said Athens, Georgia. Oh, you're gonna be in my state. That's right. I'm gonna be in your state, and I better see you there when I show up. You hear me? Sorry about that. I felt the challenge there.
Tyler, you coming to?
No, check it out, Tyler.
Is he Tyler? You coming to Alabama? I thought Tyler said he was coming to Alabama too, but I could be wrong. We got
Tyler's going anywhere in the U.S. His little heart wants to take him. Okay.
Yeah, man. Because Lori said a lot of people are coming.
Hey, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. But in Athens, Georgia, we got I believe I'm being booked. I've been contacted a few times. I got my guy Higgy who contacted me, Robinson, and then we also got Rachel reached out. My other guy reached out to me. I believe it's going to be me and Kalichi, along with some other people. Which we're doing a show with Kalichi on the 5th of March.
That's
in
awesome.
Albany, Oregon. So we'll be with him a few times. I'm sure we'll maybe see him in Connecticut. Oh, he was going to come to the Connecticut thing. Coach reached out to book him. But he forgot he's already booked that day in a different state.
Oh, that would have been fun, man. We could all been at the studio. But you know what, man? We got to give, again, a big shout out, man, to Cleachy coming on our show. That was, I mean, I'm sure you are too, man. I'm still getting a lot of responses, a lot of really nice messages for you, Cleachy, and everything you're doing. Just as well as both of you, man, especially now both of you doing some more work together is a treat for all of us, man. So looking forward to it, brother.
Absolutely. The cookie will crumble right eventually. Tyler said, when are you coming back to Seattle? Seattle, I'm not sure. I know I'm supposed to be doing stuff with Collective Roots APG. And then I think they're inviting Seattle APG to the show. APG is pretty awesome. They're the ones that connect me with Texas. So that's what I was doing out there with Palmer Drug Abuse Program, which I might be going back out there again. I'm just waiting to see if everything is cleared through the board over there. But Seattle, so APG, they work a lot with Macklemore.
Okay.
So he does shows for the Seattle APG all the time because he's in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Fingers crossed. I've also heard about something. I don't know if it's this year. A possible show with Macklemore they want to set up and then invite us as well to the APG. What Macklemore is big time, you know. But we're still waiting. Either way, Portland APG. Shout out to Robin over. Seattle might be involved, Tyler. I just don't think I'm.
Oh man, we're freezing up. Talk to me, Tyler. Come back.
You're Tyler, frozen. Breathe.
Okay.
We good.
Sometimes I just freeze up.
Me
It's
too,
not
man.
that.
I get nervous.
Oh, so I'm back in the show now? Uh-oh.
So, anyways, what I was saying is, I don't know if I'm going to Seattle, but I will definitely be doing something with some people from Seattle. Ginger, shout out to Ginger for popping on.
Hey,
She was
Ginger, how you doing?
Ginger. I hope you're doing good. This is the first comment that I've seen, and I've seen a couple after that. Okay. She hopes we're both doing well. She said much
Oh
love.
man, she's awesome, man. Ginger's, you've done. I know you've got a lot going on, man. You're always in our thoughts and prayers, and usually I got the monitor going
Yeah,
and I can see, but besides having my, oh, that's right, tomorrow morning having my shoulder surgery,
my
but then
mom.
the
My mom.
31st I'm having my left eye done so I can see again. So now with this little tiny phone. So Ginger, man, thank you for all your support and everything, man. And I hope you're doing well. I know you got a lot going on, so as always, you're definitely in our thoughts and prayers.
Absolutely, Ginger. And speaking of you, Manny, my mom texted me today. She said she was upset she can't watch, but she wanted to say she wishes you the best for your replacement.
Oh, thank you, man. Your mom's awesome. I tell you what, she's been dropping some messages,
Mhm.
especially bragging. She is. I just, I'm sure you know, man, but she is
Watch
so
that.
proud of you,
Uh-huh.
and she is absolutely adores you and Kayla, and pound cake too.
Pound
But
cake.
yeah,
Yeah,
man, she's been watching the show, and yeah, man. So tell mom thank you and
I
appreciate
will.
it.
I definitely will. I definitely will. And then we got Tyler celebrating 10 years.
All right, Tyler,
Uh,
congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Tyler. Bob Ware said, every time I listen to you, you inspire me, Skylar. Keep up the good work. I love you. Thank you.
Sky's a man. I tell you, you between, like I've said many times, man, with you and Kayla. I mean, with your music, you like Bob, man, like you said, your music touches people in ways that they've never felt before. But not only that, when you do your talks and it's the person behind the music when they get to hear you speak and your sincerity, Bob gets and everyone else, man, they get a double treat because they're hearing your talent with your music, but they're hearing your heart through your words as well. So, man, way to go, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it so much. I'm grateful, man. It's just crazy that anybody even cares. You know what I'm saying? No
You make a
one
difference,
has to
man.
care. No one has to care.
I
And
tell
for
you, it's
many
a
years,
lot of.
many years, almost 2 decades, no one did care. Not that no
Uh,
one did care, but never on this level. You know what I'm saying?
well, it's funny too, man, that you say that because like you said, man, it's I'm sure it's hard, man, to sit there like a humbling experience, man, to realize how good you are, man, and take that with a humbling way. But I see it, all the time, especially now that
It
me and
challenges
you
you
are
for
close
sure.
to it. Yeah, when we're doing shows and stuff, because I'll have people message me all the time, asking questions about you, asking this and asking that and stuff. And I mean, me and you are tight. We're family. We're brothers and stuff. Every now and then I keep forgetting. You know, just like when I reached out to you, it was for a reason, man. You're fucking talented, and you're Skylar
I
Ray, man.
appreciate
Your name is up there, and it's something to be
it.
so
Thank you.
proud of. And you know who said that too was King Handsome and me were talking, and he goes, "You know what, man?" He goes, "I It's hard for me to believe that people like know who I am." And recognize me. I'm like, you guys, it's talent, and it's you guys are doing so much. Of course they do. So yeah, he said the same thing.
It's just crazy. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different perspective that
Yeah,
people actually care what I do in a day to day. They care about the music I make and everything like that. So it's an amazing feeling. I do see Ginger over here trying to dare me to
uh
wake
oh,
up Pound Cake.
oh
So
no,
with that,
oh,
mamas, come here, mamas. Oh, you're so beautiful.
the pound cake can
Oh,
take the role.
mama,
Let's see.
come
Let
here,
me look out my good eye.
mama. Daddy loves you.
Pound
Mama,
cake,
what's that? What's that?
pound. There you go. I can see a half of it. There's pound cake.
Mama, you want to say hello? Here, say hello, mama. I'm sorry.
She's like, man, you woke my ass up. You woke me up. next pound cakes. I want. uh, I love it, man.
Hey, this is
Susie,
my.
you're getting upstage.
I'm telling you, like she is everywhere with me, and it is the best thing. She like in the gym with me. She cuddles me like everywhere I go. She goes in the studio. It's funny because when I said I wanted a bulldog, and I was like, I want a bulldog that's just like a studio dog that just hangs out with me and just like stalks me, and that is exactly what I got with little mamas right here, huh? Huh, mamas.
See, I'm used to that with dogs, and that's like now when I ended up having Susie, it was like you hear like oh they're not affectionate, they're not like dogs, they don't like to be held and cuddled and all that. Susie is not normal, and she is my DAWG, and she will sit there. She's something special, man, and she is wants to be held constantly. She'll lay on me, and I tell you another thing is she they can sense stuff, when we're happy, sad, hurting, and all that. Because with all my injuries, uh, like my shoulder, she'll jump up and then she'll lay right on my shoulder, start purring. She'll start doing her little massage thing.
Yeah.
And like when I had my elbow, I'd operate on, she jumped up, laid right on the elbow. When I my back surgery and shit, I mean, the animals, they're just awesome. So you
There's
know what? This is to our animals.
I this is to our animals. My I'm telling you, like pound cake is I, that's my daughter, bro. Like
Your
it's
dogged her.
everything. My dogger. You know what I'm saying? You know who her goddad is? It's Coach.
Uh, who?
That's
Oh,
Coach.
is it
No, no,
Coach Tony?
this is his god dog.
That's his god dog.
Uh-huh. Sure, mama.
That's my god niece. My dog niece.
It is.
She's my dog niece.
Did you? I don't know if that just showed, but her cheeks when you said that, what she can't hear because I have headphones in, but she smiled when you said that. I saw her go,
She's like Uncle Manny.
uh huh.
Oh man, I tell you, the joy that they bring us, man, in our crazy world, that
Yeah.
unconditional love that our animals give us, and it's just it's just amazing that a little bit of loving, and it just goes a long way.
It really does. And can I so look, so I wanted a bulldog for almost 3 years. One second, I'm gonna show you something. I will show you this calendar. So Kayla got me a calendar of bulldogs, all different colors and stuff. Bless you, mama.
Oh, wait a minute.
Um,
Oh, let's see. Oh, bless you, OG.
bless you, mama.
Bless you, OG. Hey, enough.
Cut it down, OG.
She had beans, man. She had beans.
I got a muter mic over here.
Oh
Um,
man.
but look, so we talked about we talked about getting a bulldog for like 3 years, and Kayla's like, at the end, when your calendar is done, I'll get you a bulldog, meaning for Christmas. And so we started looking it up, and then December came, and it's the conversation finally started getting real, and we realized how much they cost.
Ah,
Like the breeder that sells pound cake, they're $5,000 dogs,
ooh.
right? And a lot of them got to have surgery, which could be anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. Like most have to have this surgery. So like, I was like, okay, well, let's save up for a year. And then we saved up for a year, and we were like able to get one. And she's like, "Did you know bulldogs have all these health issues?" And I was like, "I did not." And so we started looking up. So then I had to find a breeder that focuses on health. And out of all the breeders I found, there's a breeder called Bruiser Bulldogs. They are now in their 13th generation, and they are out of Indiana. They get bulldogs from all over the world. They literally travel around the world to find this style of bulldog. And what it is the 1940s style bulldogs, like the old college mascots. And that's what Cakes is. And that's why she's so small, is
Okay.
because out of every breeder in the country that I could find, this one focuses on health. A lot of bulldogs have joint issues, they have skin issues because they're big, they're overweight, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You jump off the couch for a snack, you tear an ACL. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, we ended up getting her for free. and from the breeder, right? And so, but we found them, and so because in 1970s when they started doing show dogs, what they did is they started breeding them to be a certain look, to make them bigger, to make them more wrinkly, to make them more cartoonish, and that's where a lot of the health issues came in. And so he has dogs from like Middle East of the world. He has dogs from like different countries, and then so he gets the perfect bulldog, right? And so that's where she comes from, in a place in Indiana called Bruiser Bulldogs. But let me show you this calendar, and I stopped it.
Uh-oh. You froze. You are frozen.
Because
You're
this is
froze.
what I
You're frozen,
He's
brother.
not frozen now. He's
not frozen no more. Not frozen no more. So check it out. So this is what I wanted my bulldog to look like.
Pound cake's like, this is what I look like right here.
So this is the bulldog calendar, right? All different types of bulldogs on it. And I stopped at this one, so I said I wanted my bulldog to look like this. Who looks just like this?
And that's what
Pound
you
cake,
got.
right?
You got pound cake.
With the white strawberry, brown face,
Yep.
the white paws,
Yep. Yep.
the white
That's
neck. I basically got it to a T. And you know, the way I got it was I was friends with this guy, and I started not friends, but I started making friends. I contacted him one day, and he told me his dogs go for 5,000. I was like, all right, I'll be in contact with you, because you got to put half down to be on the list. You know what I'm saying? Because they're in such demand for his breeding. You know.
yeah.
And with that being said, you know, I made friends with him, and he told me that he sells retired females that are about 2 years. They have a litter or two, and then he sells them, and those go anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500. And I thought, I was like, you know, I could afford that. That's more in my lane. I could, because you got to imagine, we got to fly across country,
Oh yeah,
and
man.
then we got to
It
travel
adds up.
back. So that's gonna be 1,000 to 2,000 bucks right there. Hotels on the way back, rented car, driving across country. You know, and so with that being said, I made friends with him, and he calls me one day, and he says, "Hey, I have a little bulldog, and if you're able to make it here, you could have her." And
Have her.
so with that being said, Pound Cake, her name was Daffodil.
Oh, I
So
remember that.
Maria, excuse me. Maria is the lady I got her from. So they have a rule at Bruiser Bulldogs. If you buy a bulldog, they will take the dog back, no questions asked. And so, and then at that point, they give those dogs away because they don't want to resell them. So they give them away or keep them. And so for like the last 6 months, I've been waiting for like a retired female, whatever, you know. And he calls me and he's like, "So I got this lady in Chicago. She's a vet. For personal reasons, she can't take the dog anymore. If you make it there, you could have her."
I'm on my
And I
way.
said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay." I said, "I'll text you shortly." And I get off the phone. I call Kayla, and we booked the trip to Chicago immediately. Right? I think we flew out the next day. And so I texted him, and I was like, "Yo, bro," I was like, "Guess what?" I was like, "Just got the tickets. We'll be in Chicago tomorrow." I said, "What's the girl's number?" So I could get the dog. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Chicago." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what you said." And he's like, "Nah, she's in Wisconsin." And I was like, "All right." So I said, like, "What city?" And they're like, "Milwaukee." And I remember looking up, I can't remember if it was 3 or 5 hours away. I think it was like 3 hours away. And I was like, "Whatever, we'll rent a car. We're going to go get Pound Cake." So, and I had the name picked out, and I remember opening the door, and she's sleeping. Oh, there she is. Mama.
Propped up.
And
She's
he ran out the door, and I remember we were just bonded from the get-go. I was on the ground wrestling with her, cuddling with her. She wouldn't stop licking me. She was all over me, and I was like,
that's it.
"This
That's
is
my
girl."
doctor.
Yeah, so that's the story of how I equipped the infinite Pound Cake.
Hey,
Absolutely.
the stories, man. That's awesome. Well, she got a good home, that's for sure.
She definitely does. She definitely does. She's well taken care of, and it's really cool because I've stayed in contact with her old owner, and now I'm good friends with the owner. We talk, we communicate. I'm always sending pictures back and forth. She's sending me pictures of her daughter, how her daughter's doing, things like that, recital classes. I
Another
mean,
part of the family.
that's crazy, right? You have right now because of this happened, So it's a cool thing, man. But I wanted to show you that calendar because
It looks just like her, man.
it looks just like her. I would have never,
Yep.
and I didn't pick this dog. I was just told there's a dog I could have if I make it to Chicago.
It was meant to be.
And I show up, and I was like, bro, you are dead on to the dog I wanted. Like chocolate, the type of bulldog is chocolate, everything. And I was just like, the markings are almost identical, especially from that view, at least.
Uh-huh.
And I was like,
Oh man.
so cool. So cool.
Yep. Yep. I saw a second ago, I saw Trisha pop up there. How you doing, Trisha?
Got
Always
Trisha.
good to see you.
Where's Trisha
Trisha,
at?
I just saw her a second ago. She is always popping on and sharing some love. So thank you, Trisha.
Absolutely. Thank
Tyler, Skylar, and I go way back.
you. We definitely do. We know each other from the streets,
All right.
and now we're both doing good. So shout out to Tyler. Congratulations on your
Awesome, man.
uh,
Congratulations on your sobriety, brother. That's great.
absolutely, absolutely incredible job. We got my buddy Francisco right here. Shout out to
Francisco.
He asked when you coming to Illinois. It's funny because I was just asked that the other day. When am I coming to Chicago? I don't know. I don't know. I just told you about one of the stories. I went to Chicago. And then there's another one when I went to Detroit. That's where the Detroit pictures come from. Went to Chicago, rocked the show in Joliet, Illinois.
That'll work.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
hmm Yeah, you got it, brother.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Tyler said Post Malone and Jelly Roll are coming to Seattle June 26th. Hope you can come. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, June 26th, I might be in Athens, Georgia.
No, man, he's coming too, man. He's part of that tour with Jelly Roll.
That would be fly. That would
Yeah,
be incredible.
he's opening.
That would be a dream come true. So we got Bob Weir. He says he loves pound cake. It said made his night by her parents.
There
Who
you
else we
go.
got right here? Francisco said my sister's breeding bulldogs. That's awesome. Bulldogs to me are the best dogs. There is nothing like bulldog love. I'll
That's
tell
some
you.
cuddle love there, man.
Hey, definitely. Yeah, we have a lot of people that are popping up right now, and thank you guys so much for showing love, support.
Definitely, man.
Share, drop a comment like you guys are doing. We are grateful. Uh,
Oh man. Hey, share some stories about what kind of animals you got running around with you. Dogs,
absolutely,
cats, lizards, snakes, spiders. Man, what do you got? No spiders.
absolutely.
Forget I said spiders.
I don't do
And
spiders. I don't do
and
insects. But yeah, if you guys have any animals or anything like that, drop them in the comments. If it lets you drop a picture of your dog in the comments or cat, whatever you guys have,
yeah, Susie.
drop it in
Susie,
the
don't forget about Susie love.
comments. Okay.
We got
Beautiful Susie.
and they got I told since we're just going a little bit all over, man, I talked to you. Obviously, you know what happened last night, and I
Oh,
had a little meeting with some people, and it's going to be affecting a lot of things, including stuff that we're doing. So I had for people who are from Detroit, and not only that, but in the rock and roll era realm in Detroit, especially, will know who I'm talking about. Uh, I had a good friend of mine I went to high school with, known since junior high, actually. My buddy Joe, and he is best friends with, he goes by Screaming Scott Randall, who is a music icon in Detroit. And over 26, 27 plus years on the air. I mean, Screaming Scott Randall is just amazing. I mean, like I said, you say rock and roll radio station, you know who Screaming Scott is. And these guys have been in my mind, man. And just like me and you, we were talking. I was talking about you earlier when I went live about how we have blender brain. We're always thinking of stuff.
always
Well,
thinking.
I was thinking about these guys in our show, and I was like, man, I tell you what, it would be great to do something with these guys, especially in Detroit. We're right here. So I reached out to them Originally, it was going to be to do some work in the studio, just some IT stuff. So I reached out and they're like, yeah, man, we'll definitely meet up. And then I was like, well, man, I'd love to work with these guys. I mean, just to have the opportunity to throw my hat in the ring, to be on the show with these guys is just huge. And so I met with them last night, and I had this all prepared, and I never prepared for anything, that.
Yeah.
But for this one here, I'm like, you know what? Throw some reasoning behind just throwing this out there instead of we should do a show together. Well, why? I don't know, which would have been my normal response.
Yeah.
But so I have all this ready. So I get there last night, and we're talking, and then I said, "Listen, man. Besides the IT stuff, and you guys help me with different ideas, I go, listen. I go, I'd be an ass not to throw my head in the ring and ask you guys, what do you think about doing a show?" And Screaming Scott, the legend himself, he goes, "Yeah, let's do it. I'm in." And then Joe's like, "I'm in. Let's do it." And I'm like, okay. And that was
awesome, bro.
that was the extent of the meeting. And then we spent the next hour just shooting this shit and chowing on some wings and just busting our chops, having fun. So we're going to be doing it on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
It's Screaming Scott Randall and Loco Joe. The original Detroit Outlaws were coming back, so it's going to be Screaming Scott, Loco Joe, and Manny, and it'll be on Tuesday nights. We're working out the details. If for everyone in Detroit area or not, you can go to your radio, hit Bluetooth or whatever those streaming stations,
Yeah.
and check him out. Screaming Scott is on 94.7 from 3 to 7 o'clock. So check out Screaming Scott. And now on Tuesdays, check out me and Pancho and Cisco. So it's going to be big. And of course, I told them all, in fact, they've commented on our show.
That's
You saw that they were commenting on our show. So I was telling them about you. And so there's a lot of things in the works going on here, man. So I'm very, very happy and appreciative with these guys, just like I am with you and what we're doing. And this is just branching off into directions I never thought were happening. So a big shout out to those guys for trusting me into this and let the madness begin.
Hey, big shout out to you and OG. Like, you guys are making it happen.
Well, I had to call her because she knew about the meeting, of course. And I didn't mean to cut you off, man, but it was just like I had to call her afterwards because she's like, "Well, what's going on?" So I called, and it was like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours later. And she's like, "Well," and I go, "Well, you know how our schedule is. On Sundays, we drop new music. We drop new shows every Sunday from the shows we do in New York.
Yeah.
And on Mondays, we're doing our My Fight, Our War with our family and all that stuff every Monday live at 7." She's like, "Yep." And on Wednesdays, we've got Music and Mayhem. And on Fridays now, I'm doing Bullshit with the Boys with Matt Cronin and AJ Galante and all that. Yeah. And then I go, "So why not throw Tuesday in there?" And she's like, "What?" I go, "Yep." So Tuesdays, the original old board, the Detroit Outlaws are coming back. Me, Screaming Scott, and Loco Joe, Pancho and Cisco. We're going to be doing it Tuesday nights. And I mean, literally, this just happened last night.
Do you know? Do you know? This is the grind it takes to make it.
No, I'm telling you,
This is the footwork, bro. This is the footwork.
Yeah.
If you want to, you know what I'm saying. Sounds cliche, but if you want to be a famous like YouTuber, blogger, podcaster, whatever, right? Rapper, like you have to put those hours in. You have to grind your ass off. It's not you just pop on Mondays because that's what you want to do it and you're like, my shit's about to blow up. No. Like not saying that it's impossible, but it makes the climb a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
Consistently doing this. Sugar bro, give it a year with all these podcasts and I'm sure you've seen the growth. Your improvement on the mic is going to be drastic.
Oh.
You're going to be able to see the way you maneuver through conversations, the way you make it natural, your questions, the way you make guests feel. I'm telling you, like, this is that groundwork.
This is big.
Make shit pop off. Everybody, like Kevin Hart said, and I like it. I know he said it more in a joke, and I don't know if he said it as not a joke, but I like the saying. Everybody wants to be famous, but no one wants to put the work in.
I'm telling you, man, and it is work too. And people see us just like tonight, just sitting here having a good time. This is this is kind of, our yours is your profession, you're singing, you're doing all that, and I'm not putting this down at all or
Yeah.
belittling what we do here. And mine is my fight, our war, and all that stuff. Mine's more doing this stuff is my job and all that. But I'm telling you, it's work, and you bust your ass. And I've already had a few people who heard about us or heard about this and chimed in. They're like, "Man, what are you doing this, man? How why? You spread yourself too thin, and this isn't going to work and all that." And I'm like, you know what? Challenge accepted, fucker. Challenge
Challenge
accepted. You keep
accepted,
telling
bro.
me what I can't
Same
do.
time.
You told me I couldn't do a show. I got my fight our war, and I got that. You
Mhm.
told me I couldn't do this and that. Me and Skylar Ray are kicking ass on music and mayhem. You
Man.
told me I couldn't do shit. I'm flying out to New York every 6 weeks doing a show with Ian Bick and these guys. And now I still can't do shit. And now I got Screaming Scott and Loco Joe Poncho and Cisco I'm doing a show with. That's what I'm saying. People, let people tell you what you can't do and
Hey,
then just
hey,
put
Matt, you
that
got all this, man.
drive, like that fire under your ass, because the more you tell me I can't do something, you watch me. Get out of the way. Like I
Do
said,
me a favor. Do me a favor, man. On your hard days where you're doubting yourself, remember what the fuck you just said. Remember what you said. Clock it in because you are putting in that work. You and OG. OG's here in the background. She
oh
ain't
yeah,
taking no days off. She's
no,
there nodding in the background. You know what I'm saying? This is you too. This is something like it's just like with me and Kayla, right? We're the ones grinding. We're the ones creating together. We're the ones taking a risk on our future. We're gambling. This is what it
hmm
is. It's a whole fucking gamble on a shit show, and you hope you pop up the other side. You know
it
what I mean?
is.
The
It's
hours,
work.
sacrifice, the dedication, bro. Remember what the hell you just said.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Bro.
the one I had this one dude who was kind of just a hater, and like how he keeps reminding me how I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to succeed and all that. So as the next opportunity not only came, but I jumped all over it.
Yeah.
Then again he was like, well, you got lucky on that one. Okay, and then the next up, and then me and you and all that. So he said something one time, and I finally said, listen, man, you're doing a lot of talking and all that.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, quit your talking. I go, either get on or get the fuck out of my way because I'm coming through. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
so
Tell you all the time, bro. They'll tell you what you can't do because they can't do it. Or
yeah,
they're not willing to do it, and they believe if I can't do it, there's no way this bum can do it. And so that's why they tell you all the time you can't do it because they think they're better and they doubt themselves. And it's like you don't know who the hell you're talking to. You don't know
oh, I
what
love
you're
this.
listening to. You
Just
know?
like with you and your music, when you talk that, I could see the passion in your
Yeah.
eyes. You can hear it in your voice. And doing this now, sitting in this studio, is my life, man, and it means everything to me. And you know that, and you
Yeah.
know how I feel. Me and you talk many times, all the time off camera. We talk all the time doing our stuff, and these people know like that what we're going through, that who do it as well. And just like Kalisha right there she is, man.
I
I'm
was
gonna
just leaving a comment at the bottom.
yeah, I'm gonna. We're working stuff out there. I'm gonna jump on her show and do a show with her. I'm looking forward to that. So just waiting to get the details to go on her show. But like you said, brother, it's hard work. But when you see the people like that are there for you and believe in you, like there she is, Sunshine, and you if, like you said it, Skylar, if it wasn't for them, there would be no us. And it makes me work that much harder. I mean, I'm
I'm,
definitely no singer, man, but
I'm
you
the
work.
biggest doubter, bro. I'm the biggest doubter of myself. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Like I'm the biggest critic of myself. I
well,
walk
yes.
past the mirror every day, and most of the time when I walk past the mirror, I say something nasty to myself versus something good. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one tearing me stuff down, putting my heart, dedicating, grinding, and then in response, I'm telling myself I ain't good enough.
We're
You
our own worst enemies at times.
We definitely are. Hold on, Kayla just got home, so I'm gonna let Cakes out. She is
Oh, you got it.
see
Come here,
mom
Susie.
right now. Uh huh. What?
Susie entered the room, and she's about to. Let's see if you can see Susie there. Susie,
Your mama's home, babies. Is that you? She almost
come
jumped.
on, girl.
Go get your mama.
I kid. Susie in the house.
Susie.
Susie,
Aw.
can you see her?
Is it dinner time for her or something? I see her. I definitely see Susie. Uh huh. I see her. She's chilling. Hi, Susie. Uh, she's like, Daddy. We are not. Hi, Susie. Oh, this is the most Susie time we've ever gotten on Music and Mayhem. Yes.
She's Susie.
Oh, look how adorable she is. Oh.
Oh, okay. Now she's knocking on my. You're like, oh man, that's back to me.
Hey, she's cute. She's cute. We got Kalisha right here. She said, but they haven't even broke a sweat yet. All words, no homework. Mad respect to you both. Thank you. Is it Kalisha?
Kalisha, man, she is awesome.
Want to
I
make
already
sure
told
I pronounce
she
that right. Kalisha, right?
she
Okay.
she did that show with she had Skylar on.
Tyler.
I mean, I'm sorry, Tyler on last night, and man, I got this thing all jacked up now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to uh, getting on her show and just spread the love, man, because she busts her ass just like the rest of us, man. She's grinded. You talk about working hard. That girl works hard, and check her out, man.
I
She's
definitely will.
incredible.
I definitely will. Kalisha, send me a message. You can find me under Skylar Ray. Send me a message on there. I'm a music artist and recovery and national touring artist. On top of that, we have been able to rack up, me and my lady, hundreds of thousands of followers, tens of millions of streams on music. We
He's
do things
amazing,
full
man.
time. I'm in recovery. I got quite a bit of a story. So if you're ever looking for a guest, let me know.
Definitely.
Um, Mental health and music. See, that's perfect. That's perfect.
That's my man right there. And plus, he's part of the dynamic duo known as Music and Mayhem.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
just saying. I'm just saying.
Absolutely. So definitely check that out. Send me a message so I can look at your stuff as well. If not, I'll find out. You're probably on Manny's live right now, tapping in. Yeah. So Manny, all these shows, all these different things coming up. What is going through your head, man, as you start to break through that ceiling?
Man, I tell you, the one is, you know, it's like, is this real? I mean, is this real? And then, you're looking at the people that you associate with and you're dealing with. I mean, these are people, yourself included, man. Don't forget, people got to remember, I reached out to you to come on as a guest because first and foremost, am, and always will be a fan of Skylar Ray and Kayla. That's why I reached out. And now all of a sudden, here me and you are chit chatting all the time, every day. We're making plans to not only do work together as far as different events and do all this stuff together. I mean, we're going to be spending some time. I mean, things get a little crazy, like we know they can be. So it's good to get a little away time. And like you said earlier, we got something going on. I think it's in April that
April.
we're just gonna get out of the rat race for a little bit and spend about a week together out and get a nice cabin and bonfires going
Nice
and relax.
cabin off the
But
grid, bro.
but
It's
you
gonna
know what's funny about that is here we're gonna go chilling for a week. But
yeah,
what's the first thing we start talking about? Yeah, we'll bring the cameras and the
yeah.
setup and we'll start doing some lives from outside. So here we are. We're gonna be out like vacation and just kicking and taking it easy as we're doing shows.
It's gonna be nice, man. We got
Oh,
3 rooms in the cabin.
it's and I tell you another thing, Scott, is I, it is just believing in yourself, man. Just like I remember you saying how you don't, uh, it, you didn't believe how good you were until you start to get to a certain level where everyone around you, all of us, we know how good you are. We see it, but we're our own worst critics and our own worst enemies. But when I see like the people that are doing the stuff that I do, I'm
Yeah,
like, man, those guys are good. And now
it
all
gets
of a
scary.
sudden
It gets
they're
scary.
contacting me wanting to come on their show. And then I've had others like contacting me to do these events and stuff. And it's just like, holy shit, do they even know who I am? I mean, a couple of when they reached out, I'm like, I didn't even think they knew me. And they're like, man, we saw this and this. So, I mean, and it's not just for self gratification. I've always said I didn't start doing this just for some publicity run. I did it for the reason to help, just like you.
Yeah.
But by being authentic and reaching out and putting your heart into it, people see that, and the response has been great, and I appreciate it so much. But yeah, it is a little bit weird.
It
Um,
is. It can get
yep.
intimidating. It could get intimidating because I see the people that are breaking through, and I always look at things like levels, right? Like I said, out of when it comes to, by the way, Kalisha, I see a link right there. Everybody click that link. Go give her a follow, okay?
Oh man, she's awesome.
I'm gonna go give you a follow as well.
Hmm.
But yeah, so it's like I look at everything as levels, right? And as it comes to like making it in the industry, like doing it full time, making a living, like paying your bills, everything with music money, right? I haven't earned anything that wasn't music money in the last 4 years, right? So that's everything. That's how we fund tours, how we fund our merch. That's how we do everything like that. So with that being said, like yes, I have made it as a music artist, but I do look at myself on the very bottom level of making it as a music artist, right? And I look at the people on the next level that I'm trying to like emulate their
That,
success,
yeah.
right? And I think that's the next level that I could reach. And it gets intimidating because like I listen to their music and shit and I see their stuff and I'm just like, they're so good. How? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to like do my best work just to compete with one of their songs, and they're dropping songs like crazy. And it's like, how are you so good every song? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just have to remind myself that there's people that are looking at me and thinking the same thing.
I was just gonna say, man, you are inspiring so many freaking people, and it sounds so freaking cliche when, hey, if I can do it, anyone can do it. But it's true because when I had people tell me that when I first started doing this, you know, they were just like, these are the people who are already made it, and I'm like, well, of course you're saying that, man, but they weren't always at the top of the mountain.
Always.
They had to climb that mountain to get there. So hearing these people say these wonderful things, about me and very complimentary things, at first, it's just like they're being polite. Okay, they're were they going to say, "Hey, good job, you really suck," but good job. They were very supportive, and that's why I do my best. If someone, I've had people come on asking me stuff
Yeah.
about doing shows, starting to host shows, and do all this. I do anything I can to give them the advice that works for me and the advice that I've been given because that's my duty, man. Because these people that helped me, they didn't have to. Brad McLeod, Dan and Donna from Hard Knocks, Ian Bick, all these guys, they didn't have to help me, but they did. And it's my duty, man. To help others. And
Hey, you gotta help others, man.
yeah,
I do a lot. Like I like to give when people don't ask. You know what I'm saying? I like to give. Like I'm such a giving person, so I always think when someone doesn't ask and I can help, I usually try to help
yeah, yeah.
because I get so many people. I get hundreds of messages almost daily, and it's like a lot of not a lot, but there are some people that are always asking for stuff, and it's like I would go broke if I helped everybody. I would go broke. I would run out of stuff. There's no way I have the energy, the time, and the day. I try to help who I can, but I like to personally help
See, that's what.
that don't ask. When I see people and I'll privately message them, hey man, how can I help you? Need this? Okay, cool. Like, I see you're fresh out of rehab. Let me get you. Let me send you a couple outfits. Let me do this for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
I
a
have people hitting me up. Let me get free hoodies. Let me get free hoodies. I've known you forever, and it's just like I can't give everybody free hoodies.
no, man.
I know so much. We donate to like tiny villages. We donate to this. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I'm a mom and pop store. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a nonprofit. I'm literally busting my ass,
You're
setting up
paying the bills.
stores,
Yeah.
traveling the country, doing this, and that. And no way whatsoever am I complaining. But I
No,
put in
no.
work to earn this money, to get this merch, and I donate so much to charities. You know what I'm saying? And all this different stuff. It's like I can't afford to give a hoodie, no matter if I've known you 20 years, 15 years, just because you hit me up.
Yeah. And
You know?
see, that's just like with people, I was so grateful. I remember the very first time someone reached out and asked me to, be part of an event
Yeah.
or to come on their show. It was just like, just hearing that meant so much that they thought that much to ask me. And now, man, I have like you. I say yes. It's just like, can you do this? Yep, yep. And that's why I had to stop. and I don't do any scheduling or I don't do anything. OG takes care of everything because I'd sit there, yep.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, we're going to do this show and this show. And she's like, you're triple booked. You're not, we're going to be in New York. You got this going on. You're going to be in Alabama. It's like, that's still trying to figure out a way to make it work. But,
It's a lot. You can't overextend yourself too. You gotta
no,
take
I
care of
don't,
yourself. We used to like the first tour we used to do like just to get our name out there, for recovery gigs. We did like most of it, I would say like 60 to 75% of it was free shows. And nowadays, like I have a saying that I like. You know what I'm saying? We charge our charge fee. It's a couple thousand to book us. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot of gigs when we go on tour. You know what I'm saying? We do work with budgets. I understand not everybody has that. You know what I'm saying? But that is our fee. And nowadays it's crazy because we used to do quite a bit of free shows back in the day, and it's always not always, but often the free shows they don't care. They treat you like crap. They treat you, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're a nuisance. It's like you're in the way. You're just the little rapper, the entertainment. And it's like, I charge thousands to show up, and I did this for free for you, right?
no,
You know what I'm saying? And so I always have a saying, I don't mind working for free. I just don't want to have to pay to work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
The show, like, it's all the way over here, and it's like, is there funding to at least fly us out and put us in a hotel? Like, we'll donate our time, but kind of a crazy ask to ask us to perform for free, and then on top of that, pay 1,000, 1,500
To
to get
get
out
there.
there, hotels and food, and where we're gonna put pound cake, and where we're gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like the bad guy, and it's just like, wait a second, you got me in my feelings, feeling like the bad guy for a second.
And I'm trying
You're
to help.
asking me to overextend myself. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Making me feel bad because I won't travel across the country to rock a free show for you guys. Like, I get what you guys are doing are cool, but like, obviously it costs. That's why you guys don't want to fly me out. You
I'm
know
telling
what I'm
you.
saying?
But that's so cool. I mean, the good thing is, and for everybody out there, man, for Brenda and Tyler and our whole family
Yeah.
who does the exact same thing. They do the exact same thing we do. They listen and they help. Where can they help, man? I mean, how many times I've seen so many shows where, or not even a show, just a regular day where I'll see a family member post, "Hey, listen, man, having a really bad time. I'm afraid about a relapse. I don't feel. I mean, just cutting themselves down, and all of a sudden you'll see 2, 4, 6, 10, 12 messages. Hey, you got this. We're here for you.
Yeah.
So even don't forget. I mean, even though you're going to get those few who are going to try to take advantage, we're going to do the shady ass shit. The bottom line is just that, man. What we do beyond that is what counts, man. And like for Sunshine and everyone else out there, Tyler, Kalisha, you guys are doing so much to help so many that when you do get pissed off with these people that do try to take advantage, just remember of all the other ones. These are incredible family members who just do so much, man. And just
There's
sharing
so
the love, man.
and people don't understand that. It's like, you know, it seems crazy thinking about this number, but it's like we've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, not just 100,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last few years on me and Kayla's music career. Like, we're you know what I'm saying? We're always running on very limited money because we invest every single dollar,
Back,
and people want you to overextend because you reinvest it, right?
yeah.
And people want you to do all this free stuff, and it's like, at what point do you gotta start saying no? And it's like, hey, I know I have a long way to go, and I know I'm not the best, and this and that, or have the biggest following. But here's the thing, though, it's like I have invested not only time, not only resources and finances, but it's like energy into this, and it's
Your
like
health.
this is literally life or death. Like, if I don't, if I did every show for free, I can't put food on the table.
Yes, you
I
got.
can't pay the bills. I don't have another job. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't try to be rude when I tell these people, like, hey, this is what it costs.
Yeah, I mean, look at Cleisha. She nailed it right there. Know your worth. We're here to serve, but not to. Yeah, you're right, man. We could don't get to the point where you are doing so much now. You're not able to do anything because now you're not helping anybody, and especially if it gets to the point where it's affecting you physically and emotionally, spiritually,
It's a lot.
and
It's a
you
lot.
start getting slammed. Man, now what happens? So don't let the haters
Yeah.
come in and put out that sunshine, man, because there's way too much out there, and
People don't
we're proof of it, man, and.
It is. It is. And people don't understand the prep behind it. You go to do a show, you're talking about days and days, if not a week of rehearsing. You're talking about getting ready, loading the vehicle, doing this and that, which can take a few hours at minimum or days of prep work, right? Critting, being up for this, and then going out there. And then also, we bring our own equipment unless we're flying. So you're talking about hours of setting up,
Set up, tear down after the show.
entertaining, rapping, telling my story. So basically, you want multiple days of free work. And if you can't afford it, that's one thing. But if you're just trying to like, I should do free because
Don't take advantage.
that's what this is about, is giving back. And it's just like, I hear you, bud, but like,
Yeah.
that's
Don't
supposed to work out.
no man. Don't take advantage just because of someone. Don't throw their past in their face now. Well, they were there. Well, you know what? Look what I'm doing now. Don't judge me from what I did. Judge me for what I'm doing.
I always try to do what I can, and
Katie.
do the same. Shout out to Katie. Shout out
Hey,
to Katie,
Katie.
Danny.
Katie, Danny, little man, little family. Love you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's crazy to think about. And I only say this because of how far we have come, and that's why it led to this conversation. It's just for the simple fact of, look what you're doing, bro. You
Mm.
are doing phenomenal shit. You have grown. You have seen the growth. But don't tell me behind it hasn't been OG, hasn't
Oh,
you grind and sweat and hours and dedication. Like,
it's
and that's another thing too, is people don't realize, like, people like us, behind every great man is a great woman, and behind
like
every great woman's a great man. You know what I'm saying? But people
that's
don't understand, like, when they want you to do something, right? You're also asking OG to do something.
That's like I told her. I said, what I told her about last night. It's like your job just got, it's got et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And as needed, and
I have to remember that because there's sometimes I'm like, people ask me for stuff and they don't have any money, and like when it comes to shows or like just something that's like recovery, and I start to feel bad because like I'm like, oh, I should do this, it's in recovery, I should give back, I should, this is what it's about. And then my little giver heart feels bad, and then I start feeling bad about myself, and the negative thoughts come in, and then I think about it, and then I think, wait a second, that means Kayla has to work days for free too. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now you're asking two people. So that's, if that's 2 days of work, that's 4 days of work because it's two people. And I was like, wait a second. Like, all right, let me wind it back because me and Kayla are such a team, just like you two are, that like you're asking a lot of two people. And you gotta imagine, like, if the roles were reversed, would they do the same for you? On top of that, would they drag their loving wife into it? To do the work. You know what I'm saying?
it's
It's just
crazy with
fuck.
stuff. You gotta. There's a lot to go on, man. And what the hell, there was something like, damn it, I forgot what it was when you were talking about that. It was like there was something I wanted to throw in there. Damn it, I forgot about it now. There's so much shit. Oh, you know what? It was totally offbeat.
Uh,
Blender brain, right? It was when I saw you pop up with Kalisha.
mhm.
All of a sudden, it was like, what the hell was I had to remind you of, and that's you know what? Forget it.
This man, you know you got this.
No, because Blender Brain went in reverse because I already freaking said it. I already told you about Cleisha and what she said about. I forgot what I told you about Grandpa Manny
Manny.
because I was about to give her shit. It's like, oh, so Cleisha, if you're still watching, so I'm a grandpa, huh? So okay, Grandpa Manny.
Grandpa Manny, baby.
Oh man, this is like as I'm getting ready to get my old ass in for tomorrow's surgery for a shoulder replacement. What do you mean I'm old?
Hey, tell her,
Uh,
Manny.
this is for you, Cleisha. I tell you, don't underestimate the power of Grandpa Manny because I'm coming after you.
Yeah, man. It's anybody who's working with their partner, The hours that you put in, I commend you guys. Like,
Oh, it's
what you guys
but
are doing, you too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pop you up here for a second, OG. So get your finger out of your nose. I see you backstage. Three, two, one. I'm popping it. Pick your finger out. Okay. All right. There we go. So there we are.
You guys are something
So
else.
check it out. So I want to say congratulations. We're gonna have to remove her again. Hey. Oh, Kalisha. Hold on. Kalisha said, "Oh shit, wait."
wait a minute. Actually, I can't hear.
Grandpa Manny. Oh
Oh,
God.
wait a minute. I gotta take my hearing aid out. Yeah. Oh, wait. I can't see you. Wait a minute. These old eyes. That's all right, Cleese. I love you.
uh-huh.
I
Hey,
said
check it out
I
though.
love you, honey.
He's
Hey,
been
she
called
said
worse
you're
in
good
his
looking
past.
older dude with the grandpa vibes for the recovery committee.
Wait, what's that? It's-
Hey, I see how Manny buttered that up. You said he didn't mention the good looking older dude. He just mentioned the good looking dude. So here we are. The truth comes out. Lisa, I appreciate you laying out the truth. Manny, sometimes you gotta sit back and enjoy the ride. All right. Hey, but what I was saying was
What?
when OG removed the finger from her nose, right? And Manny calmed down and he finally could focus. I wanted to say, seriously, like, congratulations to you two. I get what it is to have such an amazing partner. I understand the sacrifices and dedication, and it's asking a lot. It's asking a lot because I'm such a go person, and so is Kayla, right? But here's the thing: is I want to do all these things, and a lot of times I fail to forget that means Kayla's workload has to double.
Yep.
And so, congratulations to you two. You guys are grinding it out. You guys are doing what the hell it takes to make it in this industry. Like, you know what I'm
oh
saying? All these shows, all these hours.
man.
Like, can we give a round of applause? You got the round of applause. Come on,
Yeah,
give
get a round of applause button. There you go. Yay! And
Hey!
then Kayla also.
Yes, shout out to Kayla. Shout out to
And
Kayla.
then here's the OG.
Ah,
Oh, we gotta remove OG again. This is what happened. Sorry, OG.
no problem.
Bye.
You know what's crazy, man, about this whole thing? I know you were asking me about how it feels
Yeah,
and with everything that's happening. I keep remembering back about you, how with your passion, you knew since you were 9 years old, man, that this
I
was in
knew
your
I
blood and all
wanted
that.
it.
And for me, doing this in this studio, doing these shows, doing lives, hosting stuff, and doing events, and all that stuff. You know, my Fighter War was just celebrated our 2 year anniversary on January 9th. And but as far as doing shows and doing podcasts and interviews and all that, I've been doing it less than a year. So in less than a year, it was just about a year. So I've been able to bust my ass in a year to get to this point. So when I start to doubt myself, when I start to get a little pissed off at different things, I have to take a step back. And we all need to pat ourselves on the back. And I'm not saying be full of yourself, be narcissistic at all. But I'm saying we've spent enough time beating ourselves up about how terrible we are. That's the old us. That's what we used to be, and we got to own that. But now we've worked so hard. We deserve that right to look in the mirror and say, you know what, you do deserve this because you busted your ass to get here. So every now and then I sit back and it's like, and I look at you. I like I said, man, I went to grab my phone to show the camera. It's like it's right here. But there's times where I'll crack. I'll start laughing. I'll be like, fucking Skylar Ray's calling me. And now here it's like, yeah, during we're going to do events together. But like you said, oh yeah, we're getting together. We're gonna do some off the grid stuff just to chill.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I've only been doing this such a short time. So it's like, you know what, kid, you know what, grandpa, you're doing something right.
Grandpa.
Yeah, you know what, Grandpa, you're doing something right. Hey, at least, Kalisha, I get. It must be ARP night, for all of us. I got to bring my ARP card for the
Bingo.
show.
I was able to call in and get him removed from the bingo parlor real quick.
I got the day off from my bingo. I got now, Kalisha. Depends on what time your show is because if it's after 7:30, man, I got to watch Wheel of Fortune.
He's not even he's so old he's not even awake for his 3 minutes to hit after 9. That's the way it is.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So
Bro, but you are doing the thing. You are doing the thing. Congratulations on all.
thanks, man. I do appreciate it. And like I said, being able to do this on Wednesday nights, and not only that, but the lives that we do now, being able to go to do events with you.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking to this a few months ago.
Uh,
You were on the show as a guest just a few months ago. Now we got our own show together, and while we were starting our first few episodes,
yeah.
we were like, "Man, wouldn't it be cool if we actually were able to do an event together?" Now
Yeah.
we're doing a couple. Now we're going to New York. We're going to Connecticut. We're flying back to
It's an
Detroit. We're
invitation
flying
together.
to Oregon. You know, and that's just the beginning, and that's in less than 6 months.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Less than six
And
months,
that's why
brother.
you
So
gotta stay
thank you so
consistent.
much, man.
Of course. You know, I'm grateful to have you part of the team, man. You know, as you said, you've had a lot of people help you out, man, and that's why you like to give back. And
Oh, I appreciate it.
yeah,
Like I said, Skylar, you're my brother and all that, but I tell you, I love you. I appreciate you and Kayla, Pound Cake. No, seriously, man. It means a lot for you to trust me to put your name. I mean, shit, now I'm being very serious. I mean, you and your name, you've been busting your ass to get to the level you're at.
yeah,
So for you to bring someone on and do a show with, you got to have confidence in that to do that, because you do a show with the wrong person and you start collaborating with the wrong person, and they start associating you with who could be a scumbag or an asshole.
yeah.
So for you to trust in me like that means the world to me, man. I really
Of course.
appreciate it, and I will bust my ass to help out in any way I
That's all
can.
I ask. That's all I ask, bro. And I'm so happy to know you two. I look forward to our vacation together. I look forward to Connecticut. You coming up here to Portland with us. I look forward to Foster
Oh,
Family.
we're gonna be doing so much.
All that stuff. But the reason that really stood out to me about you is your grind, your commitment. And that's one thing is like work ethic. That's so big to me. If you're in my circle, you have to have work ethic. I can love you and everything like that, but like you to be in my circle, I need grinders. I need go getters. Because
Mm,
what the hell I'm trying to achieve is damn near impossible. But I will be I'm not gonna let it be impossible for me. I will do.
I'll do it.
And so like I need nothing but go getters. I can't afford for people not to be working when no one's watching.
Uh,
I can't afford, you know what
that's
I'm
just it.
saying? And that's the thing.
How hard you working when no one's watching?
You have
And
to be go
the
getter.
time we weren't doing it, and people got to remember that it's hard. It's cool when people are watching and you're doing all this stuff, and people are like, "Man, they do a lot together. Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing." When people are watching, when the cameras are off and no one's around to see all the stuff you're doing, it's easy just to sit back and coast. No, man, just like that other a couple weeks ago, we weren't doing a show. We weren't doing anything. We were talking about upcoming shows. But I was texting you. You were texting me. And all of a sudden, you FaceTime me, and you're like, "Listen, man, I'm in the studio doing some stuff
Studio,
now." And I'm like, "I'm in here too."
yeah,
So here it was just that never worked. So that's a great thing to live by. Is
it is.
is how hard do you work when no one's watching? And I think that's something we both really take to heart. And
You have to, bro. You
and
have to,
it
bro.
pays
You have
off,
to try.
man.
Because I'm far from natural when it comes to a musician. I'm far from it. I wasn't born with no gift. I wasn't born with a gift. Instead, I had desire. You
That's
know,
I tell you what.
and looking back at it, I think that it's a good thing I was born with desire. Of course, I would have liked a little natural talent, right? I wasn't born with no little bit. I would have liked a little bit.
Hey, you got it, man. But
It's the
you
desire,
got the passion and the intensity. You got both, man. You got the talent, but you got so much more passion and dedication than I'd rather have someone with
man.
a shit ton of passion and dedication and drive and some talent than a shitload of talent and no fucking passion.
Well, that's the thing. Hard work beats talent every time.
Every
I
time.
work hard.
Every time.
And that's what I look at it. I don't have to be the best in the room. I just got to be willing to outwork the person.
Work out. Exactly. You
So
got
like
it, brother.
I live by that. I live by that, man. You have to. You
You
have.
have to.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've had this dream and I had this goal, and I've always thought, why not me? Why not me? Like this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work for it, bro. Manny, I would make music till I'm an old man like you. And not just joking, not just joking. I would work until
Yeah,
I'm
I hear that,
super
Cleisha.
old. Hey,
Yeah, turn on my hearing aid.
until I'm super old and never make a dime just because this is what the hell I love to do. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? This is what I'm about. I'm about music. I feel it in my soul, in my bones. These are my dreams, and these will always be my dreams. It's never going to be enough. I always have this fire inside of me, this passion that consumes me. And you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's all I want to do with my life is make music. Is make music and I'm gonna be doing it when no one pays attention. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, brother, and that's what we do. I mean, that's just once you find what you truly love. Um, yeah, it's a lot of work, but like that old saying goes, man, when you find out what you love and what you do, and you do it for a living, you never work a day in your life. I mean, you busting your ass and stuff. People are like, man, you sit behind a microphone. Yeah, you know what? But like you said, the stuff that goes on, and that's fine. But yeah, I mean, I never in a million years thought that my passion would be doing this.
Bro. And it's great. And it's great.
And here we are,
People's
man.
lives, not
About
including your life. OG's helping you guys change your guys' life. It's a beautiful thing, man. And that's the thing that you got to remember is just being consistent with it. And that's why I always tell people, who cares if you're good at something, right? Always, if you love it, do it. We get one life. Why would you not do what you love? And shout out to my grandpa Bill.
you said Bill, not Manny.
No, Grandpa
I
Bill.
saw Calico.
Shout out
Calico, honey.
Calico. Shout out Calico. But my grandpa always told me that if you do what you love, you will never work a day in your life.
I'm telling
And
you,
he is
man.
always he's such a big supporter of mine. I'll sit there and it's crazy because like he's an older gentleman. He's my grandpa. And even nowadays, like I see him, you know what I'm saying? And he's been telling me since I'm younger, I'll pull up. I'm in my 30s. I'm 34, just turned 34. And I'll pull up and I'll play him songs just straight off my phone speaker. And he'll sit there and he'll just listen. And he'll just tell me how proud I am. And he wants to know about what I'm doing. And like, you
Be
know,
involved.
I think it's really cool to have that type of love and belief. Even since a young age, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, you know what I'm saying? Gotta do music, Skylar. If that's what you love, do it. And it's just like, thank you for believing in me.
That's once you get, what the bottom line too is, man, is you might run into 10 people that don't believe in you
Uh-huh.
and one that does, but all that matters, as long as you're that one person that does, you'll never fail. You will always succeed. Never, always believe in yourself. No matter how many times someone stumbles, falls, or tells you you can't do something. Like I said, in the past, mine was usually met with a fist, but now it's challenge accepted. Man, you can't do that. Challenge accepted.
Watch
You
me.
know, now watch me. Just like me and you, man. I mean, that show's not going to work. That's not going to last. Challenge accepted.
Here we are. Here we are. And that's the crazy thing about it is like, that we are doing it. And I love the fact that we are continuing to grow together. I love the fact that like, bro, look, you know what I'm saying? You talk about the shows you got coming up. Like that's a big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You got Detroit radio icons. You're gonna be doing a show. You
I,
got
I
people
never thought.
DJ Matt Cronin. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got My Fighter War, which is your personal journey with other community members. You got this show with me. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's big dog shit right there, bro.
Oh man, running around with Ian Bick in New York and shit. Like I said, if it wasn't for
Big
Ian,
dog shit.
I mean, you talk about big dog shit, man. Here's Ian. I mean, I can't thank him enough for opening this door and all of these opportunities. And that's why I'll be damned if I'm not going to help any way I can. So, no one had to help me, but they did, and it means the world to me. That
Absolutely.
goes right to you too, brother.
Thank you so much. Before we pop off, do you have anything you want to say to the people?
Yeah, just like always, man. There's a lot going back and forth and stuff about what we do, what we don't do, and the whole thing is, man, none of this would be possible without all of you, our family. Whether it's my fight, our war, whether it's we recover, we do recover, whether it's whatever it is, whatever name is on there, it doesn't matter. We're all extended family, and the biggest thing is, man, never let anyone ever tell you don't let their negative words or comments affect your day, affect your life. because I've said it before, man. The only limits that we have are the limits that we set upon ourselves, and there are no setbacks, man. There's only great comebacks waiting to happen, and I'm just proud to be in this with you, my brother, and just everybody, man. Just keep fighting that good fight.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that, man. Thank you very much, Manny. I'm gonna go ahead and remove you from the stage and I'm gonna end the show, okay?
I love you, brother. You have a good one,
I love
and
you too.
we'll be
I
chit
love you
chatting
too.
soon.
OG, we love you. Thank you for everything.
Love you both.
Love you. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys tuning in for Music and Mayhem. You guys are absolutely incredible. You guys keep the comments going. You guys, I see you guys popping on. I see some new faces. I see some people who's been supporting the show over the years. I just want to say, or over the time length that we've done it, but you've been supporting Manny or me for the years, and now you go ahead and show love to my brother. I'm absolutely honored. I am grateful. Thank you guys for this opportunity. This is another episode of Music and Mayhem with Manny and Skylar Ray. Until next Wednesday, I'll see you guys around. I love you guys. Share this for me. Thank you. Hold on, we still live. I'm new at this. Let me pop this off. Boom.